Okay, number 7. Now, the math nerd in me likes this type of problem. I don't know why. Alright, so here we go. This is just proof that I'm a math nerd. And for some of you other kids that like what we've been doing in class, guess what? You're a math nerd too. So here we go. The senior classes at High School A and High School B plan separate trips to New York City. The senior class at High School A rented and filled one van. Okay, so I'm going to say one van and 6 buses. So one van plus 6 buses, and the total students that equaled was 372. 372. So this is High School A. They have one van and 6 buses, which if everyone, you said everyone get out of the van and the buses, you count up everyone, it's going to be 372 people. All right. So now let's talk about High School B. High School B, they filled 4 vans. Okay, so let me put that down. I'm going to do it in a different color. Let's see. All right, so we've got 4 vans for High School B. And then they also have 12 buses. Okay, so they've got a lot more people here. And if you said, hey, everyone get out of the vans and buses, and they were lined up, you would count them up, and there'd be 780 students. So this is where we're sitting so far. So now what we're going to do is you can solve this any method. You could use substitution or elimination. I've kind of been going back and forth with different ones, working them different ways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve this one using substitution. And it doesn't matter, you're going to get the same answer no matter what. So let me give me a little buffer room here. So I can subtract 6b and then subtract 6b on this side. I guess I'll stick with my uppercase b. Let me give me a little more room here, okay? Actually, I'm going to just move this guy way over here. Alright, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get a variable by itself. So now I know that a van equals negative 6 buses plus 372. So I know that that's what a van equals. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that info and I'm going to sub it in for v. And whenever I do that, my equation is going to look like this. 4 parentheses, I'm going to give me some good space in there, plus 12b equals 780. And let's see, so now I'm going to put in for van negative 6b plus 372. I'm going to use the distribution property. 4 times negative 6b is going to be a negative 24b. And 4 times 372, let's do that over here. 372 times 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 7 is 28. Carry your 2. 4 times 3 is 12. 13, 14. So we got 1488. So a positive 1488 plus the rest of my equation. Plus 12b equals 780. I'm going to combine the negative 24b and the positive 12b, and that's going to give me a negative 12b. And then don't forget the rest of your equation. And then I'm going to subtract 1488 and subtract 1488. So now you learned back in 7th grade that if this is a positive and that's a negative and you're combining, you're going to subtract these two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here, a negative 1488 plus a 780, and I know I have to subtract them because my signs are different. So 8 minus 0 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. 14 minus 7 is going to give me 7. And it's going to be negative because I have more negatives. So this is a negative 708. So now what I'm left with is negative 12b equals a negative 708. I divide both sides by negative 12. And then I know a negative divided by a negative is going to give me a positive, so that's good because I know the amount of people in a bus should be a positive answer because you can't have negative people in a bus. So I need a little bit more room here. Let's see. Let me just change my color, and then I can work it out up here. So we've got 708 divided by 12, and you might have to use some guessing and checking here. So you might say, well, let's try 5. 5 times 12 is 60. And so I got 10 left over. Bring down my 8. 12 will go into 108. You can try it 9 times. 9 times 2 is 8. Carry your 1. 9 times 1 is 9 plus 1 is 10. So it works out perfect. So what this means is the amount of people that will fit in a bus is 59. So what I'm going to do with this information, I'm going to say, well, if the amount of people that fit in a bus is 59, I'm going to sub that in for B in my equation. I'm going to rewrite it, and you'll see what it looks like. V equals a negative 6 parentheses plus 372, and I'm going to sub in there 59. Alright, so now I'm going to do a negative 6 times 59. I'm going to come over here to the side and do 59 times 6 and see what I get. So we got 9 times 6 is 54, carry my 5. 6 times 5 is 30 plus 5 is 35. And it's a negative times a positive, so that means this will be a negative 354 and a positive 372. That's what V equals. So now V is going to equal, if my signs are different, that means I have to subtract. So I'm going to have to, let's change my color and come up here to the side and do a subtraction. 372 minus 354. I got to borrow from that 7, makes it a 6, makes that a 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. 6 minus 5 is 1. And 3 minus 3 is nothing. So we've got 18. So what this means is the amount of people that will fit in my van is 18. So I've got 59 people in each bus and 18 people in each van.